Who knows where it will end? Today, the trade hawks are winning the battle.
There can be all the talks in the world. It wouldn't change the result.
I'm not so confident in the short run about any resolution.
I don't believe it will last several years because both sides cannot afford such a cost for taking such a war.
I think there are three possibilities, none of them good. The first one is that the U.S. loses the trade war and that this hurts consumers in the United States because of higher prices for imported Chinese goods. It hurts the exporters in the United States because of the increased cost of production and limits on their markets. The second is that it's bad for both the United States and China, that the retaliatory tariffs going back and forth hurt both economies, slow the growth, or in the worst case scenario, cause recession in one or both countries. And the third situation that would be the worst for the world is that the war triggers a global recession. Other countries in the world whose economies are not as strong as China or the United States drift into recession, and then it's a cascading effect that hurts the global financial system and consumers around the world.
This is not about trade, it's about shifting in power. This has started, the shifting in power has started since 2008. It's just really speeded up with the inauguration of Donald Trump. He has a worldview that is zero-sum. So if a country wins, the other country must lose. And he thinks that America loses in this situation. So someone has to pay.
I'm afraid that it will continue for some time because President Trump's advisors are very supportive of protectionism. They're very nervous and skeptical of China's economic system and China's economic rise. So I think as long as they are his chief advisors, it will continue. As the stock market in America is shaken, and of course in China the stock market is shaken, that will put some pressure on the Trump administration. And in addition to that, there are the tariffs that China will reciprocate on the U.S. that will hurt American automobile manufacturing. Even today, Harley-Davidson motorcycle companies said they're going to move to Europe. American soybeans and agriculture will be challenged. So I think there will be pressure put on American industries that will therefore put pressure on President Trump's White House. And so I think there's a chance that he will lift it, but I think China's not going to make immediate concessions. And so we see this step up one by one.
President Trump is very intelligent, I have to say, because I read his books and 20 years before when he was a merchandiser, and he's a clever trader. When he negotiates with somebody, his principle is that if you know what you need, you have to try your best to get it. This is his principle. Now I think he's in practicing how to realize his goal and philosophy. And his personality, his mentality will help him to reach his goals. But now I think it's a good time for Trump to know the Chinese philosophy, know Chinese wisdom, that how to negotiate and help him to get his goal. By negotiating,